This song really speaks to me.
I feel this song at a spiritual level. All right, welcome back, fellow travelers, to another exciting episode of The Long Road. As always, Parker. Sitting there across from me is my boy Logan. Little funny story about Logan. Logan was actually born with 2 extra thumbs on each hand. We used to call him Logie Six Thumb.
They were right there. True story.
So
I was there.
Yeah, he was there. It was it's a shame, man, because you would have been like, if you still had all 6 of your thumbs, right?
Right.
You'd be so gangster. Like you could count money like a champ. Like you could just go through that with no problem.
I probably hold 2 guns as well.
No, man.
No,
thumb strength ain't got nothing to do with keeping that barrel from smacking you in the face. I got him.
You get the recoil from the bottom gun. The recoil just hits you in the junk, anyways.
I think it's Winchester actually makes a 50 caliber handgun for hunting elephants. That is like the pressure relief, like blow off vents, are done in such a way that it has no recoil. Like it all goes omnidirectional out at the same time. Like it goes back and then feeds back out the barrel and then out all directions, so that it's like an equalized pressure thing. It's weird, but apparently you can actually shoot it with one hand and you get 0 recoil.
Really?
Because that recoil energy is just deflected out all sides. It actually stabilizes your gun at the point of, like right as you pull the trigger. It actually stabilizes it a little better if you're shaky.
I'm going to need to shoot one of those.
That's an elephant gun, dude. Good luck finding one.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So,
I said those are reserved for the government only.
Probably. Or people who can afford the government bribe.
Either one.
So, man, got some pretty good news. So, as you guys know, I've been on like the keto thing for the past couple of weeks. I'm down 20 pounds.
Woo! Nice.
My weight loss has slowed down. Like for the first few weeks, I was losing like 5 pounds a week.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of tapered off. I'm at about 3. This is my rate right now. About 3 weeks in, it dropped off a little bit there, and now I'm like it's a little bit lower, but
sweet.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about it.
Back on IF today. So I've been slacking so long.
You picked it back up?
Yep. Back on it today. I'm so hungry right now. I could eat a horse. Maybe that elephant you were talking about.
God, elephants.
Yeah,
no, it's I've been trying to do IF with mine too. I don't hold myself strict to that like I do the keto thing, but because sometimes life gets in the way.
Yeah, like I need to eat.
But most days I try to stick to that. I come straight home and usually eat unless I've got to go somewhere. In which case, like I'll shower. I gotta let my hair dry.
Right. Naturally.
Well, fans of the show, I have a routine. I plot my hair. I use a t-shirt, plot my hair, makes it all curly and stuff. Of course, you can't tell now because I got my bucket on because it got cold. But when I left the house after I ate dinner, it was warm outside. I didn't have a jacket, didn't have a hat, no hood. Like it was perfect. And
right.
Then, after I got done with my meeting, it was cold.
You got chilly quick.
It got cold fast. Yep. So I got that going on, which is pretty nice. I'm pretty excited. I'll tell you what, man. I'm learning some interesting recipes.
Oh, on keto?
Yeah. I made, and this is the second week I've made it. Last week it wasn't as good. This week it's good. Because I meal prep. I work as a firefighter. Friends of the show. I work as a firefighter. And I work at my dad's shop when I'm not working on shift.
Right.
All we have to eat at the shop, sandwiches, which is not keto friendly. So I meal prep. So I made mashed potato substitute out of
Cauliflower?
Cauliflower, yeah. So last week the recipe was pretty simple. It wasn't that too much to it, and it was all right, but it was still kind of cauliflowery. But this time I changed it up a little bit. I use the same recipe. It's a tablespoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, because heavy cream has no carbs in it. You take the cauliflower head, you cut it up into bunches. The stalk in the middle, you can still cook that, but you should cut the edges off for texture purposes.
Right.
So like I shaved the ends off that and kind of cut that up, put it in there. And you put it in a bowl and you microwave it for 6 minutes, and then you take it out and you stir it up and you microwave it for another 6 minutes. I think 6 or 7 or 8, something like that. Anyway. And then the original recipe was to put sharp cheddar in there to help like take the, I guess the sharp cheddar helps alleviate the
cauliflower taste.
Like the broccoli taste. Yeah, cauliflower. That's it. It didn't really do it. I mean, I could still kind of taste it. So when I was at the shop, what I was doing was melting a slice of sandwich cheese and mixing it in, and that was pretty good. So this time when I made
salt, pepper, butter didn't take the edge off the taste.
Yeah.
So
this time what I did was I did a tablespoon and a half and 3 tablespoons. So I went up a little bit, like multiplied those ingredients by 1.5. But then when I did the cheese stuff, I did the sharp cheddar still. But then I also did, and I don't know the exact measurements because I just did it by eyeball in my hand. But some Parmesan cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese, and some shredded mozzarella, because I know that it needed something like creamier to it. Yeah. So that's why I picked the mozzarella, and I just like Parmesan cheese.
Right. Who doesn't?
And so you take that and you gotta mix those together when the broccoli is still hot from the bowl that you heated it in, and then you like mix it all together and it's kind of melty, and then you put it in the food processor and you puree the shit out of that.
Okay.
And the consistency is like dead on mashed potatoes.
Oh, really?
Like dead on. Yeah. Last week it was a little grainy because I'm new to the food processor, right? So what I ended up doing was putting it all in there and trying to puree it. And that's not what I needed to do. What I needed to do was put it a little bit at a time and make sure it all got chopped up. I did that this time. And yeah, I got actual mashed potato consistency.
Sweet.
You can taste like a hint of broccoli, but it doesn't, or not broccoli, sorry, cauliflower, but it doesn't taste like outright cauliflower. It tastes like, you know how like you get mashed potatoes and put on your plate, and like let's say your grandma like steams some broccoli and cauliflower.
Yeah.
And you put that on your plate, and some of like the sweat drippings from the cauliflower broccoli mixture kind of makes its way over your mashed potatoes a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
All right.
Not over the top, just like a hint of cauliflower to it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty good. And I did, this week I did that, and what's that? Asparagus. Baked asparagus. It was a recipe Brian sent me, actually, because Brian loves asparagus.
Yeah.
I've never really eaten asparagus, but I want to give it a shot. Last week I made it too. This week I changed it up. I only half baked it, or baked it for half as long as it says, so that when I heat my meals up at lunchtime, it doesn't cook the asparagus to death.
Right.
So it was much better flavor this time. It's just all around a better experience this week.
It cooks it. It finishes the cooking process in the microwave.
Yeah, exactly. Because I always put my lid on too, like, take the lid off my container and then just sort of like turn it a little sideways, so it vents, but it still kind of like steams everything in there, so you get a really good even heating because the steam penetrates everything.
Right.
I'm not taking a bite of my chicken that I make and like it's
dry
cold in the middle.
Yeah,
that too. So it's going well for me, man. Pretty excited.
That's pretty sweet.
I hope
working out any?
No, not yet actually. I need to sit down and figure out what I'm going to do.
At the gym, you're gonna do stuff at the house, or?
Well, my original plan was to like go running and stuff, but I don't know if that's what I'm going to do this time. I think I might actually just start going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Brian, because I finished the show. Brian's my fire chief, my boss, my friend, big brother I never wanted.
Good old American.
Good old, yeah. So anyway, I was talking to him about it the other day. He's like, can I go to the gym when I'm on shifts? Because that would really throw things off. And he goes, absolutely. He's like, most departments want you to get at least an hour. If you want to go and spend 3 hours in the gym, then by all means. I was like, oh, shit.
All right, rock on.
I'm not going to spend 3 hours, but, you know.
It's
and
nice
that was
to have
the
the
other
option.
question. Yeah. And that was the other thing was like, if I can, how much time am I allotted? Because, so with the keto, your body is not storing glycogen in the muscles.
Right. So you'll be like extra sore.
Well, that and you tire easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have like the ready energy sitting there. Like, so when you go to the gym, you start, you know, busting it out. You've got glycogen in your muscles, which immediately starts metabolizing that.
Yeah.
And for energy, that's how like, you know, like you do that. Once you think you're done, you can still pump out like that one more rep.
Yeah, that one more.
Like that's all like eating up glycogen stores. Can't really do that on keto. There's no reason not to do weightlifting, but you have to, like, your weight's going to be reduced, and I'm not read anything about recovery, but I assume recovery's going to start.
Yeah, maybe you just do like cardio to begin with, see, you know, feel it out, see how sore you're going to be, see how tired you're going to be.
Yeah, and now that the time's changed, man, like I really feel like,
oh yeah,
like I could, as long as it stays dry. Which is
Mm-hmm.
not looking like it's going to happen anytime soon. I can throw my bike in the back of the van and just go hit up Jackrabbit on the way home.
Yeah, it's true too.
Dude, honest to God, the best summer of my life was after I was like stopped going to Western. That summer where me, you, and Tyler Carter rode Jackrabbit every day.
Oh,
every
man.
day, and I got so good at it. I got so good.
Oh, cast for days too.
Oh God, yeah. Like every day I could see my progress go, and I'm like, man, yeah,
That was a good time.
yeah. And like anybody that's gonna be like, well, you went on that mountain bike or your weight loss thing. That was not, because we immediately went drinking margaritas after.
Yep.
That was the tradition. We would go hit the trail for like an hour and a half.
Yep.
And then we would go drink margs for 2.
Oh, that was a good summer.
It was margs or Dos Equis. Tyler Carter, if you're watching this, I love you and I miss you. And I'm so happy that you have got your life together, man. You're gonna be a dad, and like, congratulations about that. I'm really excited for you. And is it gonna be a boy or a girl? I'm not sure. Have they announced?
Boy.
When your child turns like whatever age you deem appropriate, please send little baby Carter to me to teach to how to swear and like funnel beer and smoke unfiltered cigarettes. It's the only 3 things I can offer that child in his life, and they're skills that I don't know how the missus is going to feel about that, but I know there's a part of you that's like,
How to whittle a stick.
oh man, that's all you. I can't. I'm not saying that I'm bad at whittling. I'm saying that I'm clumsy and shouldn't be allowed to do anything with a knife.
That's fair.
We had that conversation at the firehouse the other day. We were talking about boots, because I wear at work, like at the shop, I wear like big, tall, like logging style boots.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was asking me like, man, why do you wear those things? Are they not heavy? And I'm like, yeah, they're heavy. Don't get me wrong, but they're like 11-inch tall boots, and I'm really tall, so like they come up to right at the base of my calf.
Yeah.
And I said, and I love them. And I was like, and I can tighten them down, and I love them. It was like, here's the thing. I was like, I'm already tall and I'm clumsy. Now you put me in boots and I'm even clumsier.
Right.
Having them tall boots that I can tighten the hell down means that I don't break my ankle every time I go walking.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be allowed to touch knives. Anyway, what were we saying? That summer, man. God, such a good summer.
Good summer.
It's seriously one of my favorite.
And then sometimes after the drinking, we go back to riding bikes.
Oh yeah, we would go ride the trail,
Night
go
ride.
to Mark, go to Logan's house, and then go night riding around Young Heasy College.
Yeah.
And then go back and like
Watch bike
play
video.
Halo or just whatever. Those were the good days. Dude, I have a song in one of my playlists on Spotify. It's Baseline by Reverend and the Makers, and I only know about that because the Chris Akrid 5 video. Like, I love that song so much. I looked it up. I listen to that song when I ride. Yeah. Oh, God. Such a good summer, man. Right up until I ate it and wound up in the hospital over in Franklin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. You ate it hard on some pavement.
I tell you that I forgot about it, but I don't remember it.
That's fair. Yeah, you just like, were you riding through town and you like flipped off your bike?
Yeah, it was a part of a group ride. It was a 20-mile group ride, right. And I was pushing myself. Like, I probably should not have done what I was going to do. Yeah. And the last thing I remember was, like, I was close. I had stopped at this church halfway up this hill. Like, I just needed to like, get out the saddle for a second. And I called Ty because I'm really slow. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm the fastest mountain biker because I'm not, probably the slowest. Actually, that's not even fair because I've seen a guy just stand there still on. So, like, I can't even say that.
He stood there and passed you.
So they, like, I called Tom. I was like, hey, man, like, I'm at this church. Like, how much further I got? He's like, oh, dude, you're like a mile. Like, you're almost done. I was like, all right. And so he's like, yeah. He's like, he's like, keep climbing the hill. He's like, and then on the after you top the hill, like, it's just a coast from there. And the last thing I remember was cresting the hill and grabbing gear. Like, I remember being in 6 high, and then I woke up in my living room.
And you were an hour from home too.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, like, I ate it. I went to the hospital. Tyler Carter was there, I guess. He drove my Jeep home, I think.
Oh, did he?
Because he met me at the house, and we loaded up in my Jeep and went.
Oh, okay.
And then I think he drove my Jeep home. I don't remember anything. Mom tells me that I was like trying to flirt with one of the nurses really hard, and I was like, I don't remember any of that. Like, yeah. So from what I've heard from secondhand accounts, it was because the couple that called the ambulance, Tyler Carter went in my Jeep, went and got my bike from where it was, and the helmet. I still have the helmet. Actually, it's sort of a trophy.
Yeah.
And they thought I died.
They thought you died.
Yeah. He said that they told him that, like, when I wrecked, I hit the ground and was like I was like, tensed up when I hit.
Yeah.
And then after that first bounce, I was just completely limp.
Oh,
they thought that I had died. Oh shit, man.
Good times.
Dude, you just don't even know.
And the last time I rode my bike is when I got that sweet scar in the back of my leg. Coming off a ramp, there's a hole where the wood and the dirt meets again. There's like a dip there, and I hit that dip, flipped over my bike.
Where was that at?
Up here in Knoxville at Yeehaw. I don't remember the name of the place. Start with an H.
Okay.
Yeah, that was up here.
So, when are you gonna get another bike?
Right after I buy a lot of other things that are more important.
You should get another bike, dude.
I don't have the money. It's money.
Well, priorities, dude.
Yeah, I need new tires.
Quit buying dogs and buy a bike.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're trying to grow your herd, but
big old herd.
But yeah, man. God. So anyway, I might try riding it, dude. And honestly, like, after that last time I lost all that weight, me and Braden went mountain biking at Jackrabbit, and it was crazy the difference after I lost that weight. Like, how much easier it was. Mm-hmm. Like when I was a fat ass, like, I'd have to stop at because
I stopped all the time to get used to it.
It was at Jackrabbit. It's like one big loop and then like some little loops off the sides. And at every trail intersection, I used to stop and like have to drink water and that sort of
Right.
So we go right when I went riding with Braden, I told him, I was like, hey dude, get a water bottle, you get some water, you're gonna need it. I was like, okay. He forgot his water bottle. Or he didn't forget it, he grabbed the wrong one. He has two that are identical. Picked up the empty one.
Oh, nice.
He was just so excited and in a hurry, he didn't think about it. He grabbed the empty one. And I was like, well, fuck it. If it gets bad, I'll drink out of the lake. It's not the first time I drink out of it.
Yeah.
I've had nasty fucking mountain water like parasites before. It ain't no big deal.
Yeah, you just poop them out, you'll be good to go.
And I was like, I told Brandon, I was like, all right, dude, here, take my Camelback, and you can use it for water. So okay. So we take off, and like I didn't feel like, and I know like I didn't feel like I needed water at all, like the whole time, and I did. We did. Sorry, there was a resonation, and I had to just go with it for a second. We did like burnt pine, the green loop. We did red up to the beach, and then back, and then just back through. Man, when I first started, I knew like I would have had to stop like 3 or 4 times, but I was out there just like getting it, son.
Nice.
I didn't need to stop, and I would yell at Braden as we were coming up to it, one of the trail intersections, and I'd be like, hey, if you need to stop, there's a trail intersection up here. It's the best place to stop. He's like, I'm good. All right, dude. Like, I'm good too. Like, this is crazy.
Probably because like, now you're 100 pounds lighter, so.
Yeah, I was 80 pounds lighter. That's exactly what it was. I was not, going up hills was 1,000 times easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, if it'll ever like stop raining for a few days, I might start.
Yeah, so if it starts to dry out, it just rains again, and then you gotta wait a few days for it to dry out again.
Yeah, and I know some people are out there going to be like, well, why don't you
Ride the mud.
Trail maintenance days at Jackrabbit are like always on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Like they're never a day.
They're
when
never
I can
convenient.
be there. Yeah, they're never on a convenient day because it's all managed by Saba, which is a bicycle Smoky Mountain area bike association, something like that. Anyway,
like that.
they do all trail maintenance and stuff, and they just always do it on days when I can't be there. Because I've tried a couple times, and like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can go to this. We'll see if I can go to the next trail day. Go to the next trail day. And it never fails. It's either like on a weird day or I've got something important going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna go tear the trail up if I'm not gonna go out there and fix it. So
yeah, it's only fair.
Is what it is. But yeah, so I might start doing that. I don't know. I kind of want to get back in the gym.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look up a home workout though. Since there's not a convenient gym to my new house, so.
There is totally a convenient gym. You just don't want to go there.
I don't have the time to go all the way to Pigeon Forge and then back to the house.
Not Pigeon Forge. It's Sevierville, dude. It's like 5 miles from your house.
That's like 20 minutes.
Only during tourist season and not in the mornings.
I don't have that time. I'm going to work 10 hours out of the day.
You need to make priorities, son. You're going to have an infarction.
I don't have time to go to the
Cardiopulmonary infarction. It's going to kill you dead.
That's fine.
And then how am I supposed to do this?
I thought you were going to die with me. We have that blood pack. We going at the same time.
Like magic rituals. If one of us dies, the other has to too.
Yep.
Damn.
Get you every time.
Okay, well then you have even more incentive.
So I don't kill you.
You've got an infarction. I don't want to die. Actually, that's not true. Go, dude, infarct away. I ain't got nothing shaking tomorrow.
Me either.
Oh,
speaking of bike trails, they're making that one like all the way across America.
no, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, from like Washington D.C. to Washington State.
Washington D.C. to Washington State.
That means it goes through your favorite place, Ohio.
No. Nope, never run. I hate Ohio. Fans, I fucking hate Ohio. I used to work for this like long distance medical transport. It wasn't exactly an ambulance, it was more like a glorified taxi, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
It was inter-facility transport for non-critical patients, non-emergency patients, as a matter of fact. So like, essentially it was grandma and grandpa went in the home at their hometown. Their children live 3 hours away, 4 hours away. We go pick grandma or grandpa up, take them to 3 or 4 hours with all their stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
I went through Ohio a bunch, and if I never have to go to Ohio again,
I don't think I've been to Ohio.
You're not missing anything.
That's what I hear. That's fine.
The only decent thing about it, but even then, this is like this is not the only state that's got this. Like when you get on the turnpike, the service centers. Man, I think them service centers are like the most brilliant ass shit ever. So like if you've never been on like the New Jersey Turnpike or the Pennsylvania Turnpike or any of those, every so often there are service centers on the turnpikes, and you get off there and they've got like gas and bathrooms and like a food court. So like New Jersey, I went through New Jersey enough that I could tell you like when somebody like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, I'd be like, hey, no, let's go, and I forget it now. I want to say it's maybe 6 on the Jersey Turnpike had a Chipotle. I ended up going through New Jersey a lot.
I've never been to New Jersey. I got to check all the states off my list, of course.
I'll tell you this. I've been to Cherry Hill, New Jersey more times than I've been to Brian Anderson's house.
He's just right down the road, too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I stayed. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go a step further. Every time I've been in that area, like anytime we had anything to do in like Philadelphia or in that area, apparently like Cherry Hill's like just the cheapest place around. So they would always get us hotel rooms to stay, and it was always the extended stay hotel or extended stay America right off the interstate in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
So you take us there right now. You know where it is.
We could go tonight. And it's been a while, but like there for a while, like they knew me by name.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Parker, welcome back. Oh, well, thank you, Shaniqua. All right, I don't know where her name was.
Or be like, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. I think I actually stayed in the same room twice once.
Are those my initials?
Huh.
Oh, still here.
Looks like somebody ripped a page out this Gideon's Bible.
This is my dirty towel from last time, too. Same dirty towel.
Oh, my favorite socks. Hell yeah.
I'm glad they're still here. Somebody else used them.
Damn, I knew I left a Monster Energy drink here when I left 3 days ago.
Still good.
That's actually pretty accurate. That's a pretty accurate sound. Especially the twist of it. Yeah, it's just like that when you. No, man. I'm not a big fan. So, Washington State to Washington D.C.
Yep.
Right?
4,000 miles long. Somebody's going to do that. Somebody's going to do that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: what makes me wonder about that. There has been, like all the time, you hear somebody biking across America for some race awareness for some cause, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. Are they going to use that? Or are they just going to be like, no, we're going to stick to just going elsewhere? Because if we just take the bike path, it's not really drawing a lot of attention.
True. But also that trail probably used like the Appalachian Trail where it's like, oh yeah, I conquered the App Trail. Or it's like, oh yeah, I conquered the rail trail.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you can wander through the woods from Georgia to Maine, but it's not the same as saying you hike the AT.
Exactly.
So I think you're right. I really think that might become like an thing.
Yeah. Get that sticker on the back of your truck. Oh, I've done this portion and that portion, blah blah blah. Like we've done portions, but you know.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I hiked the AT, but the people that talk about hiked portions are bitches.
I've put my toe on the app trail before. I've peed on the app trail before.
I've stayed in many a shelter on the trail.
Yeah, not because you wanted to. Six times?
No, 6 different shelters.
Oh, you stayed in 6 different shelters? I've never stayed in one.
All right. The best ones that I've been in are in the Smoky Mountain National built in. The ones in the national park do, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I've stayed in a bunch of them. I was a Boy Scout when I go hike parts of the trail all the time. I've met a lot of people from the trail. Because so like where I live is like a week-ish in.
Yeah.
And I always see them, like especially this time of year, at the top of Monastery Gap, where the trail crosses Highway 64. Like if I'm going to Franklin, I gotta go right through there, and I just live like 10 minutes to the side of where that crossing is. And so if I'm ever going to Franklin and I see thumb, man, I pick those dudes up.
Yeah.
Hikers are friendly, and our fire department does a lot of search and rescue stuff for people that get hurt on the trail. So I think it's cool to like build that rapport, and people talk. That's the cool thing, like there's this whole community in it, not just on the trail at the time, but also like after they get off.
Yeah.
There's all these, groups for people who like the AT. And I try to tell people all the time that are, like through hiking, like, oh yeah, I do. My fire department does. We're one of the few fire departments that actually do rescue on the trail. That's on public land. There are parts of it that are on private land, but all of it through areas in the national forest.
Yeah.
So it's all on public land, and typically that's handled by the Forest Service. But based on the distance of the nearest Forest Service office, the fire department can mobilize, get in, and get them out before the Forest Service can get there. Right. Now, if it's an extended operation, obviously they're going to get there. And a lot of times they just leave us to it. They're like, what do you want us to do? Like, you guys can run the thing. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, need some backup, need something from the state or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not even from the state, because we're talking about national forest, not state forest. So, like, we're federal resources, man.
Woo! Get that money. That paper.
Get your money!
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So like, and I like, and I just had a lot of cool interactions with the hikers. I think one of my favorites, I was picking two guys up, Linus there, taking them into Franklin with the Budget Inn. A lot of them stay at the Budget Inn. Budget Inn has like rooms for hikers. They're like super cheap, and I think they might be like hostel style rooms or something.
Is that the one right across from the lake there?
Yeah, there's one there, but there's one there's a few along the trail actually.
Oh, is there?
In cities along the trail, yeah. But we're going to the one in Franklin. So I pick them up, and this guy's like, "Oh man, we really appreciate this, and this, that, and the other." It's like, "Yeah, man, dude, no problem.
Ain't no but thing."
Most people won't stop, and then I'm like, "Well, like I do rescue on the trail." He's like, I was like, not to be stereotypical, like, but I've never met a hiker that I didn't get along with. Like, you guys are friendly and agreeable and everything else, and we've been out searching for people and had hikers come up to us that are like just passing through, and they're like, "Oh, what are you guys doing here?" Looking for somebody, and they're like, "Okay, I'll take word up to the next shelter and see if anybody's seen this person, and I'll get them to give you a call."
Sweet.
How do we get in touch with you? Yeah. So it's like we've had a lot of help with hikers and stuff on the trail, and just in general hiking in this area, and particularly if I'm up hiking parts of the AT. Like I said, very agreeable. I like hikers.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a hippie in that way, like just anyway, and then like the whole hike thing. I vibe with them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm like, this guy's like, "Man, how much we owe you for the ride?" And it's like, "I do nothing." He's like, "Oh yeah, man, I gotta do something." I was like, "Look, man," I was like, "I'm going to the hot spot to get an energy drink before I go on to like Silva."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't know where that is." And I was like, "It's 2 blocks down from the Budget Inn. Like, you're fine."
Yeah.
I was like, I'm rerouting my route a little bit, but it's maybe adding 400 feet.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
I was going here anyways.
Yeah. It's literally on the way. You're cool, dude. And he's like, "Well, let me pay you with a song." And I was like, "Pay me with a song?"
Okay. You have my interest.
He opens his bag and he pulls out a travel banjo.
No.
You know, like the travel guitars?
Yeah.
It was a banjo, and it had like a little mini like resonator thing.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he just starts getting on it, and I was like, I really appreciate that, man.
That's everything you wanted right there.
It absolutely was. Yep. That was more than enough, you know? And, yeah, I've just always had good experiences with hikers and stuff.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, so guys, if you live in an area near the AT and you see hikers, give them a thumb, man. And I'm not saying that they're all going to pull out a traveling banjo, but they have interesting stories.
They got stories.
And they got cool stories, and they're good company, man.
Good people.
And you're somebody not on the trail. You treat them like a human being, like, you know, because a lot of people like in our area, they don't like the hikers. Guys, they're just people, man.
Yeah, they're cool. They might stink a little bit, but you know, they're cool.
They're cool people with their own stories, and they're building a better story than what any of you people complaining about this has ever built. Like,
yeah,
none of you can say that you've done this. So shut up and just be nice, be respectful. You know, help them out.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
Or just throw them in the bed of your truck. So, hop in, hop out, boom. You go, you ride.
I have been offered weed by some too. I was not in a position to take said weed at the time.
I appreciate it, but
guys, I work in the finance sector and I can't be smoking weed.
That's not in my budget.
Remember that time I was in banking?
You were in banking.
I was in the banking industry, boys and girls.
And now he's over here vaping like a hoodlum.
Now I work as a
firefighter. Yep.
Now I'm a firefighter and mechanic.
Dang millennials.
Millennials are
ruining everything.
God, I love ruining everything.
That's fun.
One of my favorite things that millennials ruin. Harley Davidson is really struggling right now, and they try to blame that on the millennials. And I was like, they were like, "Oh, millennials they don't like motorcycles." And it's like, no, you guys are fucking stupid. Like the millennial generation is actually the second biggest generation to own motorcycles since the one that was around when they came out.
Right.
Like when they first got popular, which was, I guess, probably the boomers, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they were out before them, but they weren't really popular. But like I think the boomers like really made them popular. Or was it the Greatest Generation when they came back from WW2? Like in that era, the 40s, 50s, and 60s when motorcycle culture just blew up. Like those are the people that were like the biggest generation, but the millennials are right behind them. The thing is they just don't buy Harleys because they're overpriced pieces of shit. Mm-hmm. I could buy a Harley for, I don't know, tens of thousands. Or, like what I did.
Yeah.
I bought a 88 Suzuki Intruder. And
how is it? How's it ride?
Actually, still ain't got the carburetor issue figured out on that.
You've had it for like years.
I work 2 jobs, all right? I work 2 jobs, and my buddy whose garage it's in works 3 jobs, so it's not like there's just a fucking ton of time we can meet up to work on it. I'm actually going this week to pick it up from his shop and taking it over to my shop so I can work on it after work. Yep,
you need it before summertime.
Yeah, but I only paid $400 for it.
True.
It didn't run. We knew of one electrical issue. I knew the issue. Well, I had a strong suspicion. Actually, I thought it was a solenoid. It was not something else anyway. But now we're having carburetor issues.
Did you need a new one or?
Okay, fans of the show if you are a motorcycle mechanic or aficionado, know the answer to this, please, for the love of God, shoot me a DM, tell us whatever. So I got an electronic fuel pump, right? So fuel runs from the tank into the fuel pump. Fuel pump pumps up into my rear carburetor. It fills the bowl, and once that's full, it's supposed to push on up and fill the second carburetor. The front carburetor. It's not making it to the second carburetor. The first carburetor is filling up, and then it just spills out the overflow. It doesn't actually get any up into the first cylinder.
No idea. I don't know anything about that.
I don't either.
Did you Google it?
No.
Google it. I'm sure somebody else has had that issue.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
Yeah. That's
Once
how
I get
solve
over the
all my
shop,
problems. I just Google it.
once I get over to the shop and I can actually look at it and figure out what's going on, then I don't know. Well, one of the guys that works over there used to work on like full stuff. Actually, when I was a kid, he worked on one of our 4-wheelers, like 8.
No, yeah.
So I'm sure he can help me out figure out what's up with that. And then I still got to get some tail lights. I got one tail light out of the turn light. I have to get that, and then we could go.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe a motorcycle. That'd be cool. Maybe one day.
All right, you ready for this, Logan?
Yeah.
Stop buying dogs and buy motorcycles.
I need all the pups.
Look, stick with what you got.
18?
Okay.
I only have 18.
So you're gonna have to leave most of those at home, but you can get a sidecar and take your dogs with you. It'd be so cool.
Diesel would ride in the sidecar.
I was actually thinking about trying to find a sidecar to ride Rocky. Get him a little helmet and some goggles.
Yep, he'd ride it. That'd be sweet.
He's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Cruising.
Thanks, human. Thanks.
Chillin'.
Find a cool leather working place. Get him a riding vest.
Yep. Get his name on the back of it. Yeah. Cruising in style.
Yeah.
Didn't you show
So
him
anyway, what?
I said, didn't you show him Ohio?
No, sir. Sure won't. I've been to Kansas. I'd go back to Kansas before I'd go to fucking Ohio again.
That's real bad because Kansas sucks.
Have you ever been to Kansas?
I've been through Kansas.
Have you been through Kansas for real? Or you
yeah,
just...
no, I've been there. It's super lame. A lot of
I will say this though, like the flatlands out there in like the Midwest, they do have their charm. Like you got to be there at the right time. One of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen in my life was I was driving through Iowa.
Okay.
And it was when I was working for this company. Sun, it was still dark when I started driving. And as I was driving, it was morning and the sun was coming up. And as the sun comes up, it just like hits these golden fields and starts burning off the dew. And so you have this low-lying fog, this like amber light of the sun coming through the clouds. And what I guess was like wheat, because it was like golden brown stuff out there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Amber waves of grain.
Amber waves of grain. God, yes. So that had that going. There's not a goddamn thing in Ohio. Their fields are all weeds and junkyards. I take that back. Junkyards are cool. I didn't see a single junkyard. I saw like raggedy old fields
busted.
that nobody takes care of. Yeah, old busted fields. Fields.
No grass. Dirt fields.
No, it was like a bunch of weeds and shit, but it would look like it was a cow pasture or had been. Like everywhere I went through, it looked like there used to be a cow pasture.
It was once a farm. That's all Ohio is. Once a farm.
It was once a farm, and then that whole family got hooked on meth, and they sold cows. that's kind of what the whole feeling I got from the state of Ohio.
That's exactly what happened to Ohio.
There is one good thing about Ohio. I would say the Jeep factory is like right outside of Akron, so got that going for it. I think it's Akron. I drove by it. I saw it. I was like, cool. I'd like to come back and visit that, but that involves crossing these state lines again, which I will never do.
Can't do that.
I think I can get a loophole if somebody can fly me over and I parachute.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna get out.
Die.
There you go.
Just die. It's like, oh, Jeep factory. Gotta go home. That's how you die. If you find out you're dying, just dive bomb onto a Jeep factory.
Into the Jeep factory.
No parachute.
Into the parking lot.
Yep. Die the way you lived in a Jeep parking lot.
In the parking lot full of Jeeps.
Yep.
Playing with myself. No, what? Huh?
Huh? On that note, it's about that time, kids.
All right, kids. This is the part of the episode where it's adults only.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's enough of that.
So, man, I gotta tell you, you know what I've been into here the last couple of weeks?
Drugs?
No, that never stopped. I do not do drugs. You gotta stop leading me into those. No, so I guess it's like alternative hip hop. It's not really alternative. It's just like weird stuff, man. Mad Villain. There was a lot of Mad Villain.
Okay.
Handsome Boy Modeling School. Been listening to a lot of Del the Funky Homo Sapien and Deltronic 3030.
You're making shit up. None of those are real. Nope.
Every one of those are real.
Sure
A$AP Rock. Did you see my story on Instagram?
Yeah, because Instagram told me it was your first story.
Yeah, it was my first story, and I blew on A$AP Rock.
Yep. Sold by
Did you listen to the song?
No.
It's a good song. The chorus is all full of heart, but we make we're all full of heart, but we make coward kings. They cut you down just to count your rings. Yeah, and it's hip hop. It's essentially it's a story about like how art school made him hate art, and how he should have just stuck with it.
That's interesting.
You never listened to A$AP Rock?
No.
Have you listened to any of those bands that I just mentioned?
Dude, you're making shit up, so no. None of them are real.
I'm not.
Absolutely not.
Handsome Boy Modeling Agency. They had that song "Holy Calamity." Holy Calamity, scream insanity! Oh, you're never going to be another big party crash. No.
Oh, that's not a real song.
Okay, I know for a fact you've heard Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Where?
He does the rap part of Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz.
I've probably heard it.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. That part.
I don't recall, but yeah.
Time for me is nothing because I'm counting no age. No, I shouldn't be real. No, you shouldn't be scared. I'm under repairs, and I'm good at these snares. Intangible. Guess you didn't think because I command you to. Panoramic view. That? Guess all manageable. No?
Nope. Okay.
That's not right. Did you not ever listen to Gorillaz either?
Nope.
Okay. And then, in all fairness, Deltronic 3030 is Del the Funky Homo Sapien and The Boy Wonder and another. It's like a super.
Okay.
Q-Tip?
Yeah, I'm out. I gotta go buy some more.
No, the hip hop guy. Q-Tip?
Nope.
Mos Def?
I know who that is.
Both of them together as Black Star?
Never heard of that.
This one I know you know, which is
Who?
A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, your audio cut out for a second, but yeah, I know what a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah. Okay, dude. If you like Tribe, you love these bands. That same sort of like early like experimental hip hop feel, like where they started getting crazy with the beats and stuff, man.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
You shooting me side eye, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay. I'll have to Google after this because I don't think those bands are real, but we'll see.
Okay. Can we take a poll?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fans of the show, if you make it this far, if I made up any of the bands that I just mentioned, if you think I made any of them up, give us yes.
Yeah.
Yes as if I made it up. No as if they're actual band.
Yeah. I'll take that.
And we'll see.
No,
Okay. You know no one's going to answer, but we can try.
Yeah, nobody's going to answer this. Sam, you're the only one that comments.
Sam, yeah. And where was Jared at last week?
Yeah, what's up, Jared? You didn't leave a comment. Rude. Tell my mom.
Yeah, so I've been into the weird side of hip hop there for the last a couple of weeks. It's cool. I'm digging it.
Right on.
Mad Villain, I didn't expect you to know. You can look at Mad Villain.
You showed him to me before.
Yeah, they got that all caps.
Yeah.
That's the big one. Man, yeah. Anything, honestly, dude. Anything with MF Doom. Because Mad Villain is MF Doom and Madlib. And then there's Danger Doom, which is MF Doom and Danger Mouse, that's good. I don't like them as much as I like Mad Villain, but they're pretty good. It's a duo there. There's a couple others that he's done with people and some solo stuff. MF Doom is the shit, dude. He does good work. I appreciate him.
All right.
Okay. What about The Far Side? Spelled PHARCUIDE.
No, but I can respect that.
Okay, yeah, Far Side's good. They're good. They're in that same group of hip hop thing.
All right. Well, I've got some homework then. Let's check out some alternative raps.
As soon as I can play you the music with that, I can play you some songs.
Nice. All right. Sounds good. Well, on that note, you want to take us home?
I can take us home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you but really appreciate all of that. If you like hearing us talk and want to hear us talk some more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the little bell. I keep forgetting to do that one. You ring the bell, you get a notification when we pop up a new thing. I watch all of our episodes afterwards because all this shit's all by the seat of my pants. I have no idea what I've said.
That's true. We have no plans for any of these.
Nope. We just sit down and start to talk and see where the conversation takes.
Clear this one was the weird hip hop. Yeah.
This one was weird hip hop. All right. What I was gonna say? Leave us a comment. Did I make any of those bands up? Yes or no?
Yeah, Sam. Yes or no, Sam?
Sam. What do you think? Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses. They work hard for like $2.50 an hour. Yep. If you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to eat.
Bingo.
Yeah, always tip. And if you don't tip and we're out eating and you don't tip, I'm gonna punch you in the balls. I'm gonna punch you right in the balls.
Right in the balls.
Screw you guys. Anyway, that being said, the Instagram and stuff. At the Long Road Endeavor on Instagram and Twitter.
It's up there.
Oh, I hope I'm.
You gotta point that way. There you go. No, it's just over
This
here.
one?
It's just right here.
Oh, it's right there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see that.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. That'd been cool. If I knew how to do effects, I'd just reach up here and grab it. But I don't know how to do that.
Check us out on Instagram at The Long Road. I am Wondering Parker at Twitter and Instagram. Logan is The Logan Rickett on Twitter and Instagram.
Bingo.
Check us out on the Facebook. The Long Road. Are we The Long Road Endeavor or just The Long Road on there?
The Long Road Endeavor.
The Long Road Endeavor on Facebook. That's where Logan posts cool pictures in his travels about the world.
Yep.
I should get on that and start posting some more stuff, but I just do not go anywhere. I work 2 jobs. I have 1 day a week off. I'm not going much of anywhere. Actually, in 2 weeks, I'll have like the whole weekend off, which would be like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sweet.
And I'm just gonna tell Papa I'm not gonna work. I'm not working Saturday or Friday. I'm gonna take that day. Anyway, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good luck, Godspeed, try not to die.